Now we are going to find the resultant graphically. For this I am going to keep the magnitudes in grams only for the sake of ease of plotting the graph over here. Okay, so now I am putting a scale here that 1 centimeter is equals to 25 grams. Okay, you can take any suitable scale. Okay, then now what I am going to do is I am going to plot the forces in anti-clockwise manner or clockwise manner. You can plot it in any manner, but it should be in sequence with each other. Now I'll start with the force F1. I'm taking a suitable point over here on the graph paper. Force F1 is 100 grams. That means if I convert it into the scale, it comes out to be 4 centimeter, and it is at an angle of 12 degree from the x-axis. So I will plot 4 centimeter line at an angle of 12 degrees with respect to x-axis. So 4 centimeter line I have to draw over here. So from 4 centimeter up to 8 centimeter, this is my line for force F1. From this force F1, I will again put the protractor over here at the end of the force F1, and it has angle of 16 degree, and it's a 150 gram force. So I'll plot angle 160 degree over here, and 150 gram, if I convert into scale, it comes out to be 6 centimeters. So I will draw a 6 centimeter line which will represent this force F2. So from 9 up to here 3. So this is my force F2. Next, at this force F2, next force is 150 gram again at an angle of 36 degree. So again I will put the protractor over here with respect to x-axis. So I have to always put the protractor horizontally, okay, irrespective of direction of force, because we have measured the angle with respect to x-axis. So now again I am going to mark the angle of 36 degrees by keeping the protractor horizontal. Now again it is 150 gram force. So I am going to join this this line, and my length of the line will be 6 centimeter. Next, the force F4 is 50 gram, and it is at an angle of 7 degrees with respect to x-axis. So I'll mark here 7 degree with respect to x-axis, and this force F5 is 50 grams. So my angle, this here should be 2 centimeter line with same angle. Here it is F4, this is F3. Now if I join this starting point of F1 and last point of F2, I will get the value of my resultant force. This is my force F5. Stop.